Well, thanks for staying with us here on the Market Day Report. I'm Suzanne Alexander. Well, the Pro Farmer Crop Tour is echoing the recent WSDA report, which is projecting a record corn crop this fall. And as farmers do gear up for harvest, many now raising concerns over a potential storage bottleneck. Roger McEowen with the Washburn School of Law joins us now for more on this. Roger, a pleasure as always. Let's start with an update on the current infrastructure for our storage capacity system, the outlook with this record crop.
Yeah, well, that's a good question, Suzanne. Good to be with you. The scale of the harvest is just one half of the equation, as I see it. The other half is the current status of the nation's storage infrastructure. And when you go back and you look at the March 2025 grain stocks report, that revealed a system that's already operating under significant strain well before we get to the fall 2025 harvest. And the commercial off-farm grain storage system, which is going to include your grain elevators and your terminals, that's already holding a pretty high volume of inventory from the previous year's harvest. And then the amount of off-farm storage facilities has been on a decline over the past couple of decades. And so yeah, you bring a bumper crop into that, that's going to create some logistical challenges that's going to test the resilience of the whole grain supply chain.
We're looking at an economic impact right now from this potential bottleneck. What are you seeing? I mean, again, not only costs, but also quality of crop, right? Everything's on the line here.
Yeah, the other thing with a bumper crop is if you don't have adequate storage capacity, that's going to force a flood of supply onto the market. And that could produce a worst case scenario where producers are compelled to sell their grain at a time when prices are at their lowest to avoid spoilage. And that can result in a reduction in your profit margin or even negative returns. And if you look at historical analysis on this, I pulled some of the data on this. If you hold your grain till the following spring, that can result in an average price that's about 5% or 10% higher than those available during the harvest month. Then you've got storage costs on top of that, and those have increased in recent years.
Temporary storage alternatives. What are we looking at here for producers? What choices do they have?
Well, I think you got three or four short-term ones. You could have outdoor piles, you could have grain bags. Those would be the ones that, and temporary indoor space. Those are the ones that immediately come to mind. But those are short-term, and grain bags can be a pricey option. And there are longer-term alternatives also, but that's where you get into cost and perhaps looking into farm storage loans and those types of things.
Roger, final thoughts. What should farmers be keeping in mind right now as we head into harvest?
Well, we got a blessing and a curse here. A great harvest is a blessing. What you do with it might be the curse here. But storage issues, I think, should be part of an overall long-term marketing strategy for a farm. But that involves a cost-benefit analysis, and that's the tricky part. And so try to integrate it into your overall plan for your farm.
Yeah, tough spot. It is great to see this bumper harvest for sure, but boy, a lot on the line right now. Roger, thank you, as always. Roger McEowen with the Washburn School of Law. Always appreciate him being here.